All right,
I think you're good.
okay.
Yep, thank you.
Here we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the work session for Monday, November 13th, 2023, for the Borough of Ramsey Mayor and Council. This meeting is also being conducted telephonically. The dial-in number is 425-436-6365. Access code is 213-563#, or hashtag. It also can be viewed on the YouTube channel that can be found on the Borough of Ramsey website. May we have roll call, please?
Mayor Dillon,
Present.
Councilwoman Cusick,
Present.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Here.
Councilman Kilman,
Here.
Councilman Popolo,
Here.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Here.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
May we rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the mayor and council was published in the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News on Friday, January 13th, 2023. Do we have approval of minutes?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from 10/25/23.
And I will second it. Does anyone have any comment on those minutes? Not seeing any. May we have roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick,
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter,
Yes.
Councilman Kilman,
Yes.
Councilman Popolo,
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy,
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. No communications were received this week, so we'll move directly to public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, please give your name, spelling the last name, and your address. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker unless reduced because of the volume of business in the agenda. Please note, public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments, later in the meeting, or as directed by the chair. The borough clerk is the official timekeeper. Do we have anyone in the audience today who would like to give public comment?
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Chance Parker, PRKER, Ramsey, New Jersey. I appreciate your comments at the last volunteer night in regards to the addressing the void of pedestrian access on South Central, east-west. There are no crosswalks from the very heart of town past numerous community facilities. So you had mentioned that it's possible, but not at Orchard Street. Orchard Street, as I've said numerous times, and I think is everyone can agree, is a major pedestrian access point, east to west, connecting the town to many municipal services, community center, senior center, Conklin Park, bike trails, et cetera, right? That wouldn't be possible at this junction because of the turn. So I'd like to just understand what that is, what type of DOT specifications exist, because there's a similar circumstance just south of that, south of East Oak, where Martis is, right? So there's a very sharp turn to the northwest there, and then there's a pedestrian crosswalk on East Oak, as there should be. So in just thinking about that, I wanted to, kind of my driving point is that I don't want to address stuff in a very ad hoc manner, because I don't think it's ultimately efficient nor effective. So I did also peel back that up until as recent as September of 2016, there's actually crosswalks all the way down South Central that run north-south at the intersections of Paulus, Cleveland, Grand, Prince, and Orchard. Those have been resurfaced and never restriped. So there's crosswalks that run north-south down South Central, but again, I think we should really focus on, you know, a program approach to getting crosswalks east-west, and I think eliminating right-of-way Orchard as an opportunity is short-sighted and probably not the best approach, considering that is the most highly used east-west pedestrian crossway across South Central. So wanted to follow up on that and just add additional context to the north-south striping that was historically there, which had not been restriped from other surfaces. Ackerman too, I mean, complete streets, right? Talked in front of the planning board here. If you've ever sat in the Redeemer parking lot and watched every day dozens of school kids walk on the grass across Blauvelt, where we have the $95,000 grant, south on Ackerman, there's no sidewalk. It's a block or two away from the school's, you know, biggest elementary school. You know, and then you take that south, and there's Elbert also. We did a repaving project at Elbert, but we didn't even do a feasibility, didn't even talk about sidewalks, where people just, there's traffic there every single day. So I just want to like really try to encourage a more systemic approach to this major lack of pedestrian access. So we've actually lost access, right, if you take away all the crosswalks on South Central. In as many years as we should be adding to this community-driven, you know, health-orientated, property value substantiated investment for non-vehicular pedestrian bikeway access in Ramsey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Parker. Do we have anyone else in the audience? Do we have anyone on the line who would like to make a comment? I'll ask again. Does anyone have any comment to share with us this evening? And third time, would anyone like to speak to us during public comment and share any concerns or issues that they may have? Not hearing anyone, I will close public comment. And we will move on to the advertised public hearing for final consideration of ordinances. And I turn to Councilwoman Judy Cusick.
Thank you, Council President. Be it resolved that an ordinance entitled, an ordinance supplementing Chapter 3 of the Code of the Borough of Ramsey, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, so as to establish Section 3-31 entitled Privately Owned Salt Storage, having been brought up for public hearing and all persons interested having been given an opportunity to be heard, pass final reading by title, and that said ordinance be adopted as an ordinance of the Borough of Ramsey, and be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be, and she hereby is directed to cause a copy of the title of said ordinance to be published in an official newspaper of the borough in the manner provided by law, together with a notice of the date of introduction and adoption of said ordinance.
I second.
Thank you. Any comments on this ordinance?
Council President, as previously discussed when we introduced this, this is a really nice pollution prevention ordinance for the privately owned and other salt storage. It's proactive in its nature, and those are the comments that I have.
Okay, thank you. Since this is a final consideration of this ordinance, we open it up for public comment. It's for anyone to speak about this ordinance or concerns or issues or even positive comments about the ordinance. This is your time. Anyone on the line as well? Not hearing any. I will close the comment for this final consideration of ordinance 14-2023. May I have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, appointments?
Thank you. I hereby appoint Anthony Padilla and James Henderson to the Ramsey Volunteer Fire Department.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to have a motion to go out of order to allow our Borough Administrator, Bruce Bozay, to give comments that will be reflected in a number of resolutions that we will be listening to and approving tonight. Do I have a motion to go out of order?
I'd like to make a motion to go out of order, Council President.
Thank you. Do I have anyone who second it?
I will second this, Councilwoman
Th-
Cusick.
Thank you. Thank you. I turn the floor over to you, Mr. Bozay. Oh, excuse me. Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
And now, Borough Administrator, Mr. Bruce Bozay.
Thank you, Council President. A few of the resolutions I'll comment on tonight. First one's Resolution 207, ratifying the collective bargaining agreement with Local 125 Union for a 4-year term through December 31st of 2025. The borough has reached an agreement subject to the governing body's approval with Local 125 on a new collective bargaining agreement. I'm recommending the agreement to the governing body for approval with tonight's resolution. Local 125 represents the non-supervisory DPW employees in our road, buildings, and grounds and vehicle maintenance divisions. The agreement is for 4 years, going back to 2022 and ending on December 31st of 2025. The agreement's in line with the terms the borough has settled on with the other 5 unions we have in the borough that represent our other employees and their collective bargaining agreements. In our last round of negotiations prior to this with the unions, we had eliminated compensation for unused sick time, which remains. We've also maintained employee health insurance contributions at the levels the state had implemented with its Chapter 78 legislation. On salary increases, the agreement has 2% annual increases for each year, 2022 through 2025. Resolution 208 is the awarding of a contract for purchase of a vehicle for the Ramsey Police Department under a state contract utilizing American Rescue Plan funds. The borough will be purchasing one vehicle for the Ramsey Police Department under a state contract from Nielsen Dodge for $39,692.90. The vehicle will replace the current Tour Commander vehicle, which will be reassigned to the Traffic Bureau, minimizing its idle time and allowing for an extended service life of the vehicle. Borough will utilize some of its remaining American Rescue Plan funds for this purchase. Resolutions 209 and 210 are awarding contracts to Land Associates for preliminary engineering services for field and lighting improvements at Borough Parks and Fields. These two resolutions are regarding professional service contracts with Land Associates for preliminary engineering services for 2 potential projects under future review. Resolution 209 is to review field improvements, including installation of artificial turf, multi-sport playing surfaces at McFarland Fields. Resolution 210 is to review lighting modernization to the existing lighting at Finch Park and a review of adding additional lighting for the basketball pickleball courts and playing fields number 1 and 2, as well as general lighting in the Field 3 gazebo area to eliminate the use of generator lighting. The Ramsey Sports Organization have approached the borough about reviewing improvements to these fields to meet their expanded programming usage. This would provide the borough with preliminary engineering to determine what exactly would be needed at the sites and provide cost estimates. This does not approve either project. It just allows for preliminary due diligence from professionals in the fields for subsequent future review and consideration by the borough. Resolution 211 is the approving a budget appropriation transfer number 1. This resolution is a budget transfer resolution, simply reallocates funding between line items in the 2023 budget. It does not have any tax impact. It shifts funds from lines that are underspent to other lines where actual expenses exceed what was anticipated. Operating expenses in certain areas, including pool utility and the water and sewer utility, have increases above levels anticipated at the time of the budget adoption. Therefore, we've made offsetting adjustments to other discretionary line items to mitigate these increases and remain within a net neutral budget. I would also we're looking to add Resolution 214, 2023 tonight, which is authorizing the submission of a grant application to the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs fiscal year 2024 American Rescue Plan Firefighter Grant Program. The grant would be, we are seeking to obtain a grant for $75,000 for funding for the Ramsey Fire Department for fire protection, cleaning, and sanitation equipment. This is just for submission of the grant, and there's no cost to the borough. And this is, as I said, the submission of the grant and for consideration by the state of New Jersey. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jose. I make a motion to go back in order,
Motion to go back in order.
and second.
Councilwoman Cusick, I second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. At this time, we'll go to consent resolutions, and I turn the floor over to Councilman Michael Gutwetter.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. Be resolved that resolutions 203, 2023, through and including 214, 2023, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey, be and are hereby passed and approved. There are no special permits or block party requests this evening.
I would like to make a second.
May we have roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
At this time, committee and liaison reports. Finance and Administration, Councilman Michael Godwin.
Thank you again, Council President Kilman. First off, I'd just like to congratulate Anthony Padilla and James Henderson on their appointments to the Ramsey Fire Department. Thank them for their service. First off this evening, I would like to thank the voters who re-elected myself and Councilwoman Cusick on Election Day. We promised to always put Ramsey first. Thank you once again. For tonight's report, first the Library Board. As mentioned previously, the HVAC replacement project started today and will last through mid-February. The first phase will be in the meeting room and will have minimal impact on library operations. This will take 2 to 4 weeks. The next couple of phases will require some temporary closures and will be reported on in future meetings, and check the library website for more details. October 21st, the Boo Bash was held at the library. It was a very successful event with over 700 attendees, and the library thanks all who volunteered to help. The 2024 budget is in the discussion stages. The Pool Commission has no current report per Director Bach. For the Rec Commission, the Halloween Parade had over 100 participants, and partnering with the Ramsey Fire Department was a success. Rec basketball and wrestling for grades K through 8th grade registration is open until December 15th, and play will begin in January and go through March. Director Triberzi is pleased to announce the new online registration and payment system, Civic Rec, in an easy-to-read catalog format, which is very mobile friendly. As a segue from the Recreation Department, a high school winning team starts with a successful dedicated recreation department with volunteer parent coaches and entree to the travel and culture. This past Saturday, the Ramsey High School boys soccer team won its Group 2 first state championship in 16 years after finishing runner-up the past 2 years, finishing the unbeaten season with 22 wins, 2 ties, and 0 losses. Congrats to the players and coaches on this monumental season. Not to be outdone, on Sunday, the Ramsey High School girls soccer team won its first Group State 2 championship in 12 years and 4th in school history, and finished with a 19-3 record. Oh, and by the way, the JV girls team won the county championship. Congrats to all players and coaches on these tremendous achievements. That's my report for this evening.
Thank you very much, Councilman Gutwetter. Public Safety, and that is my report. First, I'd like to say congratulations to Councilwoman Judy Cusick and Councilman Michael Gutwetter on being reelected to the council. It's going to be a pleasure working with you again this year, and I look forward to your contribution. Also, I'd like to congratulate Anthony Padilla and James Henderson on their appointments to the Ramsey Fire Department, and I appreciate the service. And I have a couple of short reports. One, which has been forwarded to me from former Councilman Joe Verdoni, and also, who is also a military veteran, and he is speaking about VW Post 12148. On Saturday, November 4th, several VFW members replaced American flags on fallen veterans' graves at Union Cemetery, Ramsey, and Redeemer Cemetery in Mahwah. On Monday, November 6th, several VFW members attended the Wyckoff YMCA Salute to Veterans Luncheon. Approximately 300 veterans from the area enjoyed a luncheon with uplifting talks and entertainment. On Saturday, November 11th, Veterans Day, the VFW held its Veterans Day ceremony at Ramsey Veterans Park. The VFW Post members thank all those who attended to honor the veterans. After the ceremony at Ramsey Veterans Park, VFW members congregated at the VFW building and enjoyed watching veteran Alex Neely breaking the knuckle push-up record. The record was 9,239 knuckle push-ups in 24 hours. Alex stopped at 9,250 in 20 hours. He beat the record by 11 push-ups and in 4 hours less time. Many Ramsey residents also witnessed the event, and it was great fun toward the end. And that was his report. My report work continues with the NETA architects on the development and finalization of the design of the new fire department, rescue squad, and OEM station house, replacing the 70-year-old deteriorating structure on South Island Road. Borough Administrator Mr. Vazay and I have been providing regular updates on this station house project over the past several months at mayor and council meetings. The current project schedule has both design, development, and construction documents drafted and finalized by early 2024. We have set up a page on the Borough website for this project under the community heading on the landing page, and it's featured in the left column of the sidebar. The folder is entitled Fire, Rescue, and OEM Building Project, where anyone who is interested can find the plans and pertinent information as it becomes finalized. Or you can find it by simply typing in folders in the search bar, and it will be visibly listed. Additionally, minutes for the past mayor and council meetings specifically outline what's included in NETA's contract of $1,152,000 over the 4 main phases of the services, which will cover a timeline of approximately 2.5 years. NETA's contract fees also incorporate costs of NETA's outside engineers and professionals working with them on the project. This combined approach with NETA architects on this project will save the borough money and time and will provide greater proficiency and coordination by having all these different disciplines working through NETA. I want to conclude my report today with this. As elected officials of this great borough of Ramsey, our main charges are to preserve and protect our desirable community and keep it moving forward to address the needs of the town. Keeping it safe is something we take very seriously. This capital project will help ensure that we have a first-rate emergency services complex that will serve Ramsey for many generations to come. And that concludes my report. Moving on to building, planning, and zoning, Councilwoman Jane Woods.
Thank you, Council President. Congratulations to Councilman Mike Gutwetter and Councilwoman Judith Cusick on their win. Thank you for all your hard work. Ramsey is better for it, definitely. I would also like to thank the Borough Clerk, Meredith Bendian, for her outstanding efforts with the election. And congratulations to Anthony Padilla and James Henderson on their appointment to the Ramsey Fire Department. And also congratulations to the Ramsey High School soccer teams. That's so impressive. The Design Review Board meeting on Tuesday, October 24th had 1 application for New Jersey Health and Wellness, and it was approved. The Senior Trustees Board is quite active, as always. Membership is up to 464 people. The Senior Trustees would like to thank the Mayor and Council for their volunteer recognition. They very much appreciated it. The center just got their own mailbox and would no longer have to pick up from the borough. The Community Center and the Senior Center are both in need of more sound panels, so I will coordinate and get that taken care of. The holiday lunch already has 117 people signed up for the Ramsey Golf and Country Club, and they will max out at 120 people. And they are looking for new venues for next year since the club will be closed for renovations. Tech workshops continue to be very popular and necessary. 30 people attended the hearing loss presentation by Dr. Stoll, very informative. Watercolor painting classes will begin in January, and luckily one of our yoga instructors is also a certified art teacher and works in watercolor. They are setting up senior to senior gab sessions for seniors in high school to spend time with the senior citizens in town. I think is wonderful. And planning ahead, they're looking to take a trip to the Botanical Gardens in New York in April. The Zoning Board of Adjustment for meeting for November 15th was canceled. The next meeting will be December 20th. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Woods. Utilities, Buildings, and Grounds, Councilwoman Judy Cusick.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. On Saturday, I had the honor of attending our Veterans Day ceremonies in town at Memorial Park. The ceremony and presence of patriots are so appreciated. God bless America. Congratulations to Anthony Padilla and to James Henderson for their appointments to the fire department. I also congratulate the Ramsey soccer teams. And to the people of the Borough of Ramsey, I'm so incredibly grateful to you all for your support and confidence in me to select me to serve you for another 3 years. Thank you. I also thank my husband Christoph and son Kobe for their incredible support. This report will provide an update regarding our Planning Board, our Shade Tree Commission, and Board of Public Works. Planning Board last met in October. The next meeting is the 21st of November. There'll be an article in the Ramsey Journal regarding our Planning Board, so watch this space. The Shade Tree Commission met in October, and then the next meeting is next week, November 16th. There's information on our borough's website, and there is also going to be an article in the Ramsey Journal regarding our Shade Tree Commission. Regarding Board of Public Works, it last met on October 16th, and the next meeting is a week from today, the 20th. And guess what? There'll be an article in the Ramsey Journal regarding our Board of Public Works, specifically the lead service line replacement. I'm making Bruce smile down there. So the lead service line replacement, folks, this is the Board of Public Works continues planning regarding the NJDEP's lead service line replacement legislation. This project requires that all lead service lines served by the water system be replaced by the year 2031. And our borough leaf removal continues. Help this be safe and efficient, and this will also be in the Ramsey Journal. There's the annual fall leaf pickup, and it's posted on our website. Leaf removal is scheduled to complete in December, weather permitting. If the pickup timing doesn't work for you, please, your leaves can be collected and taken to the Ramsey Recycling Center located in the rear of the Main Street commuter lot. And we also ask that you are aware that piles of leaves should not be placed in a manner which could impede our public safety. And as Council President Kilman noted, Alex Neely, my neighbor, my friend, did break the push-up record. The record was 9,241, and he did 9,250. Alex noted that this was a special day with family and friends. Our borough police, our firefighters, EMTs, football teams, members from the council, and the mayor came by our VFW post to cheer him on. And Alex had just an exemplary, non-quitting spirit. So, thank you very much, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Cusick. Public and Governmental Relations, Councilwoman Sarah Poppy.
Thank you, Council President Peter Kilman. So first, I would like to congratulate Councilwoman Cusick and Councilman Gutwetter on their reelection. It is great to have you back on to serve. I would also like to congratulate Anthony Padilla and James Henderson on their appointments to the Ramsey Fire Department. And on Saturday, I also had the honor of being present at the Veterans Memorial. It was a very well done service. There were some just very touching words said. There were very moving speeches, so it was great to be there, and it was also great to spend a portion of the day at the VFW. watching Alex Neely break the record. I brought my family. My children were doing push-ups with him till the end, and the hard work and perseverance was just incredible. The Ramsey Municipal Alliance will hold their next meeting on November 27th. There will be a new resident mixer on January 21st from 10 to 12. That Sunday morning, we will have bagels and coffee, and will be coffee with the council for anyone who's moved to the community since 2023. That will be posted in the Journal, which will be out this week. I would like to extend a special thank you to Kelly Sylvester, who I could not put the Journal out without her efforts. And congratulations to the Ramsey High School soccer teams, girls and boys. It is great to hear that they've made it to the championship. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Poppy. Health, Education, and Social Services, Councilman Glenn Popolo.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. I'd also like to congratulate Councilwoman Judy Cusick and Councilman Mike Gutwetter on their re-elections. Congratulations to Anthony and James on their appointments. For Rife, soccer concludes this Saturday, 11/18. We finish up the season for our Challenger Soccer. For Environmental, nothing to report, and our next meeting is tomorrow, 11/14. For Board of Ed, they concluded their second strategic session on 11/15. And that information is posted on their website on the results of their session. I'd like to congratulate the Ramsey High School girls and boys soccer team on their state championship. I should say championships. And then our next meeting for Board of Ed is 11/21. And that's all I have for today.
Thank you very much, Councilman Popolo. That concludes our council reports. And now, Mayor Deirdre Dillon.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And congratulations to Councilwoman Cusick and Councilman Gutwetter on your reelection. I look forward to continuing to work with you for the betterment of Ramsey. Congratulations to Alex Neely. It really was inspirational to see him on Saturday. Frankly, it was rather painful to watch when they were putting ice on his back and his hands in buckets of ice, but he did it. It was impressive, very impressive. Congratulations to the Ramsey High School boys and girls soccer teams for both of them winning state championships. That is just simply spectacular, and I hope that they will march in the Home for the Holiday Parade. And we're also hoping to honor them at our next council meeting. It was a little hard to organize that tonight, since the girls won yesterday, so we couldn't do that. Thank you to Borough Clerk Bendian, great job on the election day. I know it's always a lot of work, and dealing with some new technology this year, which some people found challenging, so thank you very much for it. And congratulations to Anthony Padilla and James Henderson for joining the Ramsey Volunteer Fire Department. That is simply a incredible amount of dedication considering all the training they have to do at the Fire Academy. And I did receive a note from a gentleman, well, it could be a lady as well. I can't tell. They didn't give me any way to respond to them. So they asked about the debit and credit card payments that are approximately 2.95% of your water and tax bill. I want to clarify to them that the council has nothing to do with that. The borough does not get that surcharge. That is charged by the debit and credit card providers. Once again, it does not come to the borough. It's really a convenience fee by the providers. And regarding sidewalks or crosswalks on South Central, the Ramsey Traffic Group from the Ramsey the Ramsey Police Department Traffic Group is working on that with the county. It does take time, but they are really looking at it. It's wonderful now we have a dedicated traffic officer or team in town, and one of the things they're working on right now is also how to stop the left turn into Erie Plaza. So they're looking at new signage for that, if that can help. But getting back to South Central and the crosswalks, the determination for no crosswalk on South Central and Orchard was made by the County Engineering Department, which has final say because South Central is a county road. And I wish everybody a very happy, healthy, and safe Thanksgiving. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Mr. Rozay, did you have anything else?
I'll just
to add?
make a couple of quick comments. I would congratulate Councilman Gutwetter and Councilwoman Cusick on their, and I look forward to working with you again for another 3 years. Also, I would congratulate all of those who ran for office, win or lose, and are willing to dedicate their time to serve their community. And thank you to Meredith for all of her hard work and efforts before, during, and after Election Day in trying to work through the new procedures and improve them as we move forward, along with Deputy Clerk Sherry Richards and Kelly Sylvester. And that's it. Thank you.
And
Thank
you, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rozay. Counselor, any comments?
Yes, I'd just like to join in congratulating Councilwoman Cusick and Councilwoman Gutwetter on the election. Thank you.
Thank you. And Borough Clerk, Ms. Bendian, do you have anything?
I just wanted to announce that our next meeting will again be on a Monday. It's Monday, November 27th, and it will start at 7 PM due to the Thanksgiving holiday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We don't have any introduction to ordinances this evening. Is there any unfinished business? Is there any new business? Not seeing any. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night, everyone. Have a good evening.
6:38.